You're listening to Quick Wins for ADHD Moms. Hey, I'm Jessica Lynn Lewis. I'm a voiceover artist, photographer, ADHD mom with ADHD kids. And I'm curious about how to design a life that works with your brain. On this show, we talk with a wide range of guests about ADHD, overwhelm, stress, anxiety, everything related to the mind, body, spirit, because we're trying to figure out how it all plays out in real life. And we're here to figure out how all those pieces fit and actually design something that works for our brains. Well, today, my guest is Dr. Kailey Buller. She's a double board certified physician in emergency medicine and family medicine. She's a mom of two and the creator, author of Surviving Tiny Humans. You may have heard Kailey on the show before. She's a frequent guest because we just love her. And listeners always love just how practical and compassionate the tools are that she shares. Let's get into it. Well, we're so excited to have Kailey, Dr. Kailey Buller, back on the show this week. How are you?
Yay! I'm great, thank you. I mean, I'm so busy, but I'm
Shocker,
very good.
right?
Yeah,
Shocker
I know.
that you're busy.
An ADHD person with too many plates going at the same time.
Right.
What?
Doctor, kids,
Mhm.
family,
I know.
podcast. You've got a podcast. Before we get into our quick win for today, tell me about your podcast.
Yes, so it's called Surviving Tiny Humans, same as my book and everything else. And it really is just like I couldn't fit all the things I wanted to say in social media or in other content. So every episode is 10 minutes, very similar to yours. Actually, I did take inspiration from you because that's what moms need. They need quick and they need practical.
We only have time to do some,
Right?
just a little, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome. And how's that going? How many episodes?
I think we're on episode 21 or so
That's
now.
huge.
So
That's
yeah,
awesome. Good
yeah.
for
So I think
you.
that's like episode 20. I think is like a milestone. Like most people don't make it to 20. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about
And it's
that.
a lot of work. But
It
but
is.
it's worth
Yeah.
it because it's a really
Mhm.
interesting connection with your listeners. So
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
wish that when I was having kids, I could listen to your show.
Thank you. I wish that when I was having kids, I could have listened to yours.
Like, I wish I would have known I
Yeah.
had ADHD when I had little kids. So but that's
Yes.
why we're doing this now, right? Because
Mhm.
there's so much to cover. We're figuring this out ourselves too,
Mhm.
while we're raising kids.
Right. Well, and if it had been easy for us, we wouldn't have been motivated to do the
You're
work that we're
right.
doing.
You're
So
right. We look back
yeah.
and we're like, "What was that?"
Mhm.
At least I do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no,
Especially raising.
I'm literally doing a post, like I have a social media post today where I'm talking about like 5-year-old me wanted to be a mom. And then I wound up becoming a doctor. And like it was a lot of work, obviously, becoming a doctor. And then I became a mom, and becoming a mom was harder. It was harder. And
Yeah,
to me,
it's
that
way
is
harder.
crazy.
Yeah, like,
Way
I
harder.
should have gone to college to be a mom,
There should be
right?
classes.
I need to get a doctorate on this stuff. My kids
No.
are hopefully surviving
Right. But
ADHD adults.
yeah, yes, right. Right. But there's so much, and it's such a huge change all at once. And so much to learn, so much to know. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
and then they
A lot.
change, and then you have to figure
Mhm.
that out. Yeah, then they grow,
Mhm.
and they mature, and then they talk back, and you're like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
what is this new phase?" Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that sounds amazing. What can you tell me the name of your podcast and how people can find it?
Yes. So it is called Surviving Tiny Humans. You can find it through my website. So my website is Vitals with Dr. Buller. My social media handle is Vitals with Dr. Buller. But my content, Surviving Tiny Humans, you can find that. It's on Spotify, Apple, and iHeart.
And that's the name of your book and podcast
Mhm.
as well.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, Kailey, I'm so glad to have you back to talk about your quick win for today.
Yes, my quick win. I'm very excited about this one. It's a bit challenging, but I think your listeners are probably up for it. And it's task-based scheduling instead of time-based scheduling. So when you are planning your day, planning it by tasks instead of by time, which is a very vague concept. So hopefully we'll we'll do a good job of
Yes, let's
explaining
dive into
that.
that.
And I think the best example that I can give is when we run errands. We all run errands. We know what that looks like. And we don't go like no one runs errands for 3 hours. Like it's not like I'm going to start running errands at 1 and finish running errands at 4 and I'll just run errands until I'm out of time. Right? You think I'm going to go to the grocery store, I have to pick up this, this, and this. I'm going to go to the pharmacy and I'm going to, right? So when we run errands, we do task based and we schedule
Right.
that in.
And however long it takes, it's however long it takes, right?
Right. And especially as ADHDers, I mean, number one, we love checklists. We already know this,
Yeah.
right? We love being able to, and it's a discrete task, right? Time is vague for us. And a 30-minute
Mhm.
window and a 3-hour window, especially when you struggle with time blindness, is going to feel
The
the
same.
same.
Mhm.
And so there's really no way to know what you're going to get done in that time if you just say, okay, this afternoon, I'm going to sit down and get some work done. Get some work done. What does that mean? Right?
And that
So,
and it means everything. I'm gonna sit down to work, and I'm gonna get
right,
everything done.
right.
All
And
of the
how many
things.
times have you sat down to get work done and spent the first hour figuring out what work you want to get done?
Yeah. All the
Right?
time. Yeah.
All the time, right? And so you like write and rewrite your to-do list or whatever the case may be. Whereas if you had a plan in mind, so for me, for example, it might be, okay, this afternoon I've got a few hours, so I'm going to finish those 2 pages on my website that I need to do, and I'm going to type up this one-pager PDF guide that I want to get up there,
That's
right?
all
And
that
that
you
would
have
be
in your task list as, like, the top. Like, the today, if this gets done, that means I was
it.
successful.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously that doesn't work all the time in every
Sure.
scenario. But I do find that even at work, right? If you do, I have to go to work and start working. Like it's just not specific enough for an ADHD brain, right? Whereas if you structure your day as, okay, when I get to work, the first thing I'm going to do every day is I'm going to respond to emails. And then I'm going to do this, right? If you have that sort of task based structure, instead of saying from 9 till 10, I'm going to be on my computer checking emails, right? It doesn't necessarily work.
Right, because you might not end up checking your emails. Like, you'll be on your computer
Hmm. And maybe
and then
doing something
distracted
completely
about the latest
different.
YouTube video that just came out about,
Right?
whatever we're interested
Like
in at the moment.
how many times I can't even, it was just yesterday. I literally went into my phone to do something and I got distracted and completely forgot. Like afterwards, I was like, "Oh, like I came on here to do something. I do not remember what it was.
Yeah.
It just didn't. It was gone."
It's awful, and, like, I'll my husband and I will be talking, and the phone will ding, and I'll just be like,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
then I'm just like, "Oh," and he's like, "Hello?
Are you listening? I know my
Where'd you
husband
go?" It's
hates.
like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," like, "Oh."
Yeah, he'd be like, "Are you listening to me?" Oh no, no, I'm sorry, I'm not
I'm
listening. I'm sorry.
not. Can you repeat he's like, "Can you repeat it?" Hmm. So I try not to, but it is hard, it's a challenge. It's like something you have to constantly fight against, and it's exhausting, and that takes up
Yeah.
the energy that goes into the rest of the day.
Mhm. And so this way, if you have sort of a plan, if you have that, and it doesn't even have to be like a written to do list, but you just know that these are the things that I'm going to get done, it helps keep you on task. And also, it gives you those dopamine hits every time you check something off, makes it more likely that you're going to be successful with the next one. And you might be done sooner. Like it actually might boost your productivity, which we all
Which
could
is
use,
always good. Yeah,
right?
so we can do another task.
Right.
I find that speaking it out loud helps too. Like in the morning when I'm looking at it, going, okay, today I have a podcast episode with Kailey. All right, what do I need to do to get ready for that?
Hmm.
It's at 9 o'clock. Okay, I should probably, or 9:30. I should probably email her to make sure we're still on. Shoot, we're recording for her show too. Okay, I did that before. Like, where is that? So I use my
Yes.
second
Pull up my
brain. I
note
go
where
in.
I wrote my notes for today.
Yes.
Yes,
So, like,
exactly.
research
Yeah.
Kaylee episode, and it's like, "Oh, right, okay, there's all my
Yeah.
notes."
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you've probably had an episode on this. I think I heard it before, about breaking down those tasks into those
Yes.
bite-sized chunks, right? Because that's another huge part of it. Like if you say this morning at 9:30, I have a podcast, that's not all of it in its entirety, right? There's so much more, especially for
Little
ADHDers.
tasks
Yes.
to get ready for. Yeah,
Mhm.
and and you have to do one thing before the next, and for us to think linearly is
Mhm.
really challenging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so today, for example, like I knew the podcast was at 9:30, but it was, okay, so step 1, take the kids to school, step 2, come home, set up my ring light, set up my mic, step 3, pull up my notes, step 4, find the link, couldn't find the link, email Jessica,
"Now
right?
let's go.
So,
Where's the link?"
yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I was like, "Get the
mhm,
kids to school, record voiceover, get that out of the way for the client." I actually threw on a nice shirt, but I'm really wearing like a tank top and um running pants and Skechers.
I love that.
I
I
was like, I'm
have
meeting with the
something from
doctor
before.
at like 11. So I was like, I'm gonna like throw on a nice shirt, but the rest of it
Mhm.
is like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There was definitely a moment where I was wearing shorts, I can't remember, but I was like, "Recording a podcast today, pants optional."
right? Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
really, it is. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, and again, this isn't gonna work all the time. So my job, for example, like, I work in the emergency department, and I can't plan that, right? Like, I'm gonna show up to work, and I'm just gonna go with the flow. Like, that's how the job works. So I find that outside of that, it's really important for me to have that task-based because I don't have any time to check emails. I don't have any time to do paperwork at that job.
No, because
Right?
you're constantly on your feet. Like there's
Well, it just depends what comes
always
in.
emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I might see 12 patients, I might see 28. Like it's hard to predict depending on, how long a particular case takes. And
Yeah. But
so
even in that chaotic thing, there's still some kind of structure that
there
happens,
is. Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And so it's kind of like the idea of how like having it here's a plan, here's the structure. We might not follow it exactly, but
Yeah. But
we
even
get
within
into
that, because I have ADHD, I do still task based per patient, right? So step one, grab the chart. Step two, take a sticker, like a label, and put it on my patient tracking sheet so that I know who I have. And
I like
then when I
stickers.
put that
Stickers are a great idea.
stickers are great. Yeah. And then when I put that chart up for orders, I'm writing down like I'm waiting for a CT so that I know to check back
Yeah.
later. So I have a system because otherwise, I've forgotten to put a sticker on my sticker sheet, and then I forget about the patient. Like I don't actually leave without it, but like later I'm like, oh yeah, and I've forgotten. So
Yeah, and you're, like, in a professional field, you're like, I can't, I've gotta be on it," and
mhm.
that's hard when you get home because 'cause you're probably exhausted, and now you have to be on it with your kids as well.
Yeah, yeah, which is tough. So that's the same thing too. So we have a bit of a routine, but it's not strict. But we get home at a certain time, or my husband does, because my timing is variable, and it's okay. We're gonna get Lucas set up with his homework, and then we're going to cook dinner, and then we're going to eat dinner, and then it's gonna be bath. Like but the timing of that is
Is
gonna
a
vary
little
day
bit
to day.
different, yeah.
Mhm.
I find that there's some days that, like, there's some weeks where, kids get home at 3:30, and then I have kind of know what I'm gonna do for dinner, and then make dinner, like, grill the chicken, and, like, have this whole plan, and then there's other weeks where I'm like, I know what the plan is. I know what the tasks are. It's not
It's
happening.
not happening. No.
Yeah.
No. And then, I mean, the nice thing about having sort of task-based instead of time-based is number 1, you have that flexibility, right? Like, even if you're late, you're not really late because it doesn't matter if dinner's at 5:30, or
There's
6,
no time code on it.
right? Or if you don't have time, you swap out a task. One task comes out and the rest of the day doesn't fall apart.
Yeah. And I think that's it. It's the grace part, right? Having lots of grace with your schedule and saying, we don't have to do these today. We can move this until tomorrow and everything will still be fine,
Yeah. Yeah.
even though it doesn't feel like it.
No, I know. Well, I remember, yes, I remember that was my biggest anxiety before I was diagnosed was how am I going to fit everything into a day? And if I don't fit everything in, what's that going to mean for tomorrow? Like how, and it would stress me out to no end having this to-do list that I knew I wasn't going to get it all done today. Like this wasn't back in college. Like I wasn't going to be able to memorize all of the anatomy in one day. Like it, it wasn't realistic, right? But that's what I thought I had to do because tomorrow I have to figure out my biochem stuff, right? So that's hard. It's really hard with ADHD to figure out if I don't get this done, what am I going to do?
Yeah. But having the grace to say it's okay if I don't have this done. And like, in college, it's not like you can look at your task list and go, well, I'm not gonna memorize these body parts today.
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna memorize them tomorrow. You know what? I'm just gonna cross that off my list because 'cause I'm never gonna need to know my
Mhm.
biology.
Right. No,
Like,
I don't need to know the
you
anatomy.
do you do eventually.
Mhm.
Um,
But that was one of the big things that I struggled. So I would say, okay, I'm going to study from 9 to 11 a.m. and then I'll go to my noon class or whatever. That does not work. Studying from 9 to like it, I needed to have, okay, I'm going to get through this chapter. That's the goal. Because otherwise you just don't know
and it could
how much
happen
time to give
anytime
it.
during
And
that day. So instead of like
Mhm,
9 to 11 is when I'm gonna do this, it's more
mhm,
like, I need to read this chapter and it needs to happen
yeah.
today.
And one of the nice things I find about this, about task based scheduling, is when I have like 20 minutes with nothing to do, I will sit on the couch for the full 20 minutes thinking, what am I going to do to fill this time? Like, what should I do with my 20 minutes? And then the 20 minutes is gone, right? But if I already have at some point today, I need to do this, then that
Well, I get
slots in there because I found the time,
yeah.
which is nice.
Or even just putting on your task list that 20 minutes, like, I was gonna say, don't do anything, don't think about
Yeah.
anything. But you
Take
do,
a
you
break.
think like, "Okay, I have 20 minutes that I'm not
Mhm.
doing something, now I'm thinking about what I do need to do." So, building in like a little
Mhm.
4-minute breathing session or something
Yeah.
just to like reset the nervous system. I find like at the end of the day, you can feel it tense and like
Mhm.
it's this
Yeah.
like buildup of
Yeah.
energy. And by the end of the day, if my tasks get all done, I feel like, oh, okay, I did it. Or if tasks didn't get done, it's like that.
Right. And then you're
There.
laying awake at night, spiraling over all of the
Yeah.
things on the to-do list, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
sleep is
Mhm.
so important. And like all of these
I
things come
know.
together. And with our ADHD brains, most people I think figure this out like way earlier in life.
They
Really,
must. Like, I mean, at least it seems like they do,
I don't know.
but maybe they don't and they just hide it better. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who
Or we
knows?
hide it well for so long
Yeah.
until we just can't.
Or they just don't stress about it as much as we do. Maybe that's the other piece. They're like, "Oh, well, it didn't get done."
Yeah.
Whereas I'm
Well,
just
for
like,
those
"Ah,
of
but
us
it
who
was
are
on the
people
list."
pleasers, I've
Yeah.
had a couple people on the show talking about, "I'm a recovering people pleaser." I was like, "I
Mm.
like that. I like that, recovering people pleaser." And, like, bringing it back into, like, the tasks. What are look at your task list and think about where does this fit in am I doing this to please someone else,
Mhm.
or am I doing this because this is what
Right.
needs to get done for our family,
Mhm. Yeah.
for us as a mom?
And exactly, and I think we've talked about this before, is that we set expectations on ourselves
Yeah.
that and maybe it's, societal expectations, whatever it is, but for me personally, the laundry is done if it's washed and dried,
Yeah.
right? Like, if it's not folded and it's not put away, it's still done. It's done, it's just not put away,
Right.
right? Because,
No, I'm
like,
with you there.
right, this whole sense that, you have to get the laundry done and it has to be folded and it has to be put like, it's not true. Like, you can wear clothes straight out of the dryer
I
or
like that, right? You can
yeah,
wear clothes straight out of the dryer.
you can.
I like
Or
it.
in my case, the giant pile that sits on top.
Top of your bed. I keep it on top of our bed. I'll dump it on our bed. I'm like, "I'm gonna get to that today."
Oh,
And then
mm,
I'm, like, exhausted, and so I gather up all the laundry and shove them back into the baskets.
right? Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
come to the conclusion that I will never fold, like, it's not a job for me. So we have our washer and dryer side by side with, like, a little counter on top, and that's where the clean laundry sits.
So your kids
It's
know, like, "Hey, I need a pair of pants." They're
yeah,
probably on top of the dryer.
yeah, we're like, "I can't find any socks." "'Kay, go check the laundry room." It's probably there.
Yeah. Why don't we have dressing rooms right off the laundry room? Doesn't that make more sense than in bedrooms?
It
Because
it
'Cause we're carrying
yes.
laundry all over the place. I guess it depends on your house setup too, but
Yeah, well, and then
and
also,
where the
like, I guess
showers
when you wake
are.
up in the morning, do you wanna wander around in your PJs or,
Well,
like,
right, and then you have
and grab the
guests, and
clothes
it's
and then
like,
take them
"Hey, I'm
back
just
to your
gonna grab
room?
my underwear." Yeah,
I mean, you could. I don't think anyone would care probably in our house if that's what we were doing. And we do that because the clean underwear. Like, just the other day, Lucas ran out of clean underwear, and I was like, send his naked butt down the hall.
right, yep.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
"You're fine, buddy. Go get some underwear." Yeah. Yeah, we that habit I actually have bought a lot of underwear, a ridiculous amount of underwear because they're like, put the dirty underwear in the laundry, and I'm still finding them like, all over their rooms. So, like,
Mm,
I was like, "If I at least have dirty or clean underwear, we can gather the dirty underwear once a week."
right. And that's
Yeah,
that's exactly it. Like, it becomes a once a week we will go gathering up all of the various piles of laundry in the bedroom because
yeah.
I don't want to do that every day.
No. Oh, and socks. I buy extra socks because we're always running out of socks, and they're always I think I found, like, 5 pair under the couch. I was like, "Oh, this is where
What
it's
is that?
going."
My daughter loves just wearing one sock, which is crazy because the other sock will wind up getting into the laundry before the second sock somehow.
Right.
So
So
there's
they're not
never a match.
cycling the same. Like
Yeah,
they're
no.
off cycle in the laundry.
They're off. So
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna start having her just wear different like, it doesn't matter. She only wears one at a time anyway most of the time when she's at home, so
So I buy matching socks, only like one color of socks.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
when I
They're
find socks,
all the same.
they go through the laundry, I'm like, "Oh, you found your match."
I actually this is a totally random story, and it's not related or helpful at all, but I remember one time I was doing a load of laundry, and I pulled out 14 individual socks, none of which 14.
None match.
And it wasn't until I picked the 15th sock that I finally found it. I was like, what are the odds of pulling out 14 before any of them matched? That was
Yeah,
crazy to me. I didn't even know that we had that many different kinds of socks, to be honest.
right? I somehow we collect them, and then you go back to buy the same socks, and they're not. They're not the same socks. They've gotta be a different color.
Mhm. Ever slightly different. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Well, let's rope it back to tasks.
Yes.
Why don't you give your quick win one more time before we have to go?
Yes. So, quick win that might be helpful, might not. Again, it's something that you're going to have to try and see how you feel about it. Is task based scheduling instead of time based scheduling. So, leaving yourself the flexibility with how your day works on a time base and planning in the tasks instead, because we have time blindness. It's a thing, and we don't know how long things will take. So, if you just say, this is the things that I'm going to do today, it sometimes works out a lot better.
I love it. Thank you, Kaylee. Appreciate it. And where can people find you again?
Yes. So if you want to find me, Vitals with Dr. Buller is my social media handle and my website. You'll find everything there.
Awesome. Go get her book, Raising Tiny Humans. I love it. Thanks, Kaylee. Appreciate you.
Thanks so much.
Well, thank you for spending time with us today. I know you're busy and it means a lot just taking a little bit of time out of your day to hopefully help figure out how to redesign things in your environment or in your brain. So just take one small thing from this episode, like one quick win, something that you can build into your life and design something that works for your brain this week. No pressure, just permission to live differently. That's the idea behind the whole show, is embracing these small shifts built for the way your brain actually works. You can also check out our dopamine hit list for a list of healthy dopamine hits for your ADHD brain. You know, simple things that you didn't even know were really a dopamine hit. You can get that for free at theadhdmom.com/dopamine. That's theadhdmom.com/dopamine. Well, have a beautiful week, and until next time, keep designing and give yourself permission to live life a little bit differently.